As a professor here, our desire is to prepare the students for the world which they will face when they graduate from this place. We understand that academic content and excellence is a huge part of that, but we also desire that they would grow in their faith. And so in all the things that we do in the classroom, that is our end goal: academic excellence and growth in faith.
One of the things that we do in the history department is differentiate between culturally revealed truths and spiritual principles. And so one of the things that I really try and do in my classroom is take a look at what culture has said and the difference between what scripture has said, and see if those two things match up and if those two things are in fact very different. If they are different, then I have the students explore through discussion, through dialogue, why those things are different and how we can either get culture to line up with scripture or what the causes for those two differences are. I believe that the life of the mind is very important for a believer, and so I use that and I ask my students questions and I challenge them and I say, why do you think the way that you do, and what does that mean, and how does that line up against scripture? And so I constantly bring that into almost every lecture that I have in the classroom.
Part of my job is, of course, to seek out those students who desire to grow, not just academically, but growing in their faith, growing in leadership skills, growing in social skills, things like that, to make sure that their desire for what they want for their lives matches up with the school and what we want for them. So making sure they're a good fit for that and preparing them for that future here, guiding them through the application process, figuring out where they want to go career-wise, helping them through the process as they pray about where God is leading them and seeking out what they want to do for the future, and not just preparing them to just not to graduate from college, but it's beyond that. It's what they're going to do with their lives to impact the world for God's glory and His kingdom.
One of the things that I desire for my students, and probably the most important, is a love for the Lord. And that's central, obviously, to anything that we do. A second one, though, is that there has been sometimes jokes about being a Christian business person as being an oxymoron. And I really want to give them the understanding that you can be a great business person and still be a strong Christian.
My favorite part about working in the Perch is I have the opportunity to invest in the lives of the students. I listen to a lot of conversations. They come to me with some of their heartaches, some of their frustrations, and even the good things in their life that they share with me. And I really like to be involved and to be able to listen, give a good ear, my heart, and help them with their faith and walk and their studies when they get off focused. And I just really want to be able to somehow be an encouragement to them with all of that they have in their lives to take with them when they graduate from San Diego Christian.
My vision for my students is very simple: to teach them, and so they would know the difference between what's ethical and unethical. I am very optimistic that we have a lot of, especially business students in here, that are going to make the right decision. So, business and ethics, most people think they're opposite of each other, but they don't have to be. And that's what I try to teach.